Hola amigos and welcome to episode 18, the last episode of season 2 here in La Resurreccion. For me, it's been a little while. I haven't played this save in about a week. Just complications with uploading and everything means that it's been a bit of a rough time. But nevertheless, let me just refresh your mind and mine of what's been going on. So it's been a bit of a run since the last couple of games. Of course, we had Getafe and Real Betis, and if you look at that run, that's not bad. It started with a 1-0 win at home to Real Madrid. We were superb in this game, if I remember correctly. There we go. If you have a look at the match stats, more possession, more shots, we were superb. We made Real Madrid look average, and we were, it was so good, especially after losing to Betis. We then followed that up with a 2-0 win at Girona. Sanchez and Boni grabbing the goal. Boni's been in good goal scoring form in this run. It's a shame he's left it this long, but nevertheless, it's good to always get goals. Sanchez got the goal against Madrid as well, so he's been scoring for fun. Then we then had a 2-2 draw against Granada, which was a little disappointing as they're towards the sort of bottom end of mid-table. But nevertheless, Boni grabbing a couple of goals, but their equaliser came in the 91st minute, considering we were 2-0 up. It's pretty disappointing to draw this game from there. But then had a couple of fantastic results. A 4-0 win away at Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo, one of those teams that hadn't been doing particularly well, but at the end of the season had a bit of a resurgence. Pacheco with 2, Boni again with 2. I told you he started scoring. So, that was an amazing win. And then 4-1 against Alaves, who are not far behind us in the table at all. I said I didn't know how much action Pelayo Perez would see. He's seen a lot, and he's taken his chance. He scored a goal against Alaves. They picked us back, but then Boni again. Ross Barkley with 2 goals as well. So, really good stuff. Then a 1-0 win away at Valencia. Pelayo Perez getting on the score sheet once again. So that was a really good away win. But then our last game, 3-0 away at Sociedad, we were poor. We had a man sent off as well. But we were already 2-0 down at this point, and it was just an awful performance. So 2 mammoth games to end the season. Barcelona and Bilbao, both at homes. And if we have a look at the league, Champions League is a possibility. We've already secured Europa League football at the very least, but as you can see, we're a point in front of Real Madrid and 5 points clear of Villarreal. I didn't realise Bilbao had dropped off that much. So we're guaranteed to be in Europe next season. It's just whether we're going to be in the elite European competition or not. So I'm just trying to work it out in my head. So if we lose, as long as Villarreal fail to win, I think we qualify for the Champions League. I think that's how it works. Barca have all but wrapped up the title. If they beat us, they'll guarantee it. So they'll be playing for that. So we can't rest on our laurels. Anyway, this is going to be the team. I picked this team a long time ago, so I'm going to have to refresh my memory as well. But if we have a look for this game against Barcelona. So then, Kellyan is going to be in goal. He's finally returned from his injury. Hernandez at right back, Raul Rodriguez and Ramos at centre halves, George at left back. I've changed the system, and it's done alright for us in the games that we used it. So big games it seems to work. This is a massive game, so going to deploy the tactic. Rolon is going to be in defensive midfield, Sanchez and Gonzalez in the middle, Cabo on the right, Pacheco on the left, Michael Santos up top. Why is there no Wilfred Boni? Oh, he's injured. I didn't know that. 2 to 8 days. Oh, he probably will miss the last game of the season, which is such a shame. If we have a look, 20 games, 7 goals. So not the greatest return. Most of those coming in the last 2 games. Just have a look at his form. I think last couple of games he didn't do much, but before that, 1 goal, 2 goal, 2 goal, 1 goal. So he had a nice little spell of form. Unfortunately, got himself injured, which isn't good. Pelayo Perez, he would have played, but he's suspended as well. So, this is the team. Let's see if we can do a job against Barcelona. Okay, so Barca deploying the same tactic, and their team, as always, is just fantastic. Benjamin Pavard, the only new addition, playing at centre half as well. PK on the bench, so that's interesting, but nevertheless, let's get into the game. So the games begin, and I'm a little bit concerned. I mean, just double match stats. That's never good. Recent events. There you go. Sorry about that. Yeah. Like you saw, we went on that fantastic run. It was something like 6 or 7 games unbeaten, most of those wins. But then just a really sloppy performance against Real Sociedad. So I'm hoping that we can bounce back from that. But against a team like Barcelona, it's never going to be that easy. Okay, first highlight of the game, 20 minutes in, Messi, Pavard, poor is what it is. Kellyan caught in no man's land. Messi just floats a free kick over the top. Pavard's the only one really to react. I was going to VAR. I think it's been given. Yeah, he's definitely not offside. Kellyan has made a poor call there. And Pavard has headed into an empty net. So, talking about bouncing back, we've not started brilliantly, it has to be said. Okay, potential chance for us. George, roll on. Pacheco, Sanchez is there. Whips one in. Cabo, pings around the area. And it comes to nothing. I don't really understand why that was worthy of a highlight. But nonetheless, 5 minutes to half time. And that goal really is the only meaningful highlight we've had in this first half, which is a little bit disappointing. The stats are fairly even. We dominated possession, especially against Barcelona. You don't expect that. You know, they're not playing brilliantly. Just one poor lapse in concentration, really. Tell the boys their efforts were excellent. Are you actually watching the same game, mate? My assistant at times comes up with so much crap. But nevertheless, we get the second half underway. And yeah, if you have a look at their team ratings, Alexis Suarez, Coutinho, Messi's doing okay, but no one really standing out for them. So if we can step it up the second half, this game is there to be taken to them. Okay, first highlight of the second half, and it goes the way of Barcelona. Messi, Rakitic with space. Vidal is going to hit one, and he does. It's in the back of the net. Poor again from us. Kellyan didn't really seem to move. He's having a bit of a mare, to be honest. If we see the highlight again, they work it well from the throw-in. They've just always got a man in space. And you see the likes of Vidal on the edge. You know he's going to hit it. Raul Rodriguez pretty slow to go out to him. It could have been a fantastic finish. I don't know. Kellyan just looks like he stood there and not really tried. So that's a little bit disappointing. Vidal's 12th goal of the season as well. That's pretty impressive. Right, I'm going to shift this up to positive. And we're going to make a change. Santos has done absolutely naff all. So we'll bring on Hoyas. He doesn't want to be... Would you just go as a poacher then? Just get out of my face. I doubt anything's going to come of this match now. Coutinho's got a knock. Well, let's try and injure him properly. Oh, they've already taken him off. That's a shame. I don't understand this still glitching thing that the goals are just staying up there. I don't really understand why. Oh, and they've brought on Ousmane Dembele as well. So, you know, what a substitution to make. Another highlight, Barcelona's way. Messi, Rakitic, he's going to hit it. Oh, just wide as well. Arrowed that one towards the near post. Kellyan looked like he actually tried for that as well. Well, this was supposed to be our Champions League challenge. And it's gone a little bit flat. I mean, we were in a fairly commanding position. I don't know how the land is going to lie after this match. Just under 10 minutes to go. We've made all 3 changes. Ross Barkley's come on. It's really frustrating as well, because if you have a look at the stats, we've, dominated possession. There's not too much of a difference in shots. Let's just close them down. Yeah, so that's really frustrating that we've been this poor. I suppose the top sides are always clinical, aren't they? Just realised the pitch had zoomed out as well, so that free kick looked a bit odd. I apologise. It's all going to pot. This has really thrown me. I shouldn't have left this game for so long. That's what it does. It punishes you. I mean, it says a lot when the best players in this match have been Barca's backline. But 30 seconds to go. We start with a goal kick. I highly doubt anything's going to come of it. But Kiko, I'm telling you, he makes a great tackle. Yeah, didn't think anything was going to come of it. So if you have a look, Barca have won the league then, I think. Yeah, they'll have won the league. We're still in third, but I don't know if the other teams around us have played yet. As Kellyan launches it forward. There we go. That is the final whistle. Very disappointing performance, but then again, it is Barcelona, so maybe I shouldn't be as harsh. So the boys, they did excellent. I swear to God, he's getting on my tits. deserves to be sacked. Right, let's see what the table looks like. Okay, so we're the early kickoff on the Saturday, so everyone around us has still got to play. I'll give you an updated table of what it looks like just before the next game against Bilbao. So in between games, or even later the same day, I get this message come through the news. Villarreal lost, Bilbao drew, which means mathematically we have qualified for the Champions League by securing a top 4 finish. That is insane, considering at the start of the season, our season preview, we were expected to finish 13th. It's gone down to 14th now. But yeah, we might finish third. We might finish ahead of Real Madrid. Sorry, I was going to say Malaga. We are Malaga. That's just, it depends who Real Madrid got in their next. They've got Alaves, so you never know. And their form's been pretty inconsistent, but the fact that we could be finishing, the fact we are in the Champions League next season is ridiculous. Testament to the players. They've been superb this season. I'm just shocked. Right, these messages have just come through, so I've just hit record between games. I haven't looked at the initial budgets yet. I'm hoping it's significant, bearing in mind at the start of the season, we got about 4 million quid. Right, please be something good. Oh, for goodness sake, 6.5 million. How are you expecting me to compete in the Champions League with a 6.5 million transfer budget? Oh, taking the mickey or what? Right. I'm not even sure I want to be at the Champions League now after that. I'll meet you at a Bilbao game, for goodness sake. Well, coming off the back of that amazing news, and also Real Madrid drew their game, so now if we match their result today, then we finish above them, and they're playing Valladolid. Okay, so, there's still hope. Allegri's under pressure as well. Imagine if we finish above them and he gets sacked. How funny would that be? Right, this is going to be the team for the last day of the season. We've reverted back to our other shape. Let's try and finish the season on a high. Kylian is going to be in goal. Hernandez at right back. Raul Rodriguez and Flavio Ramos in the middle. George at left back. Sanchez and Pelayo Perez in the middle. Sanchez actually won Young Spanish Player of the Year, considering he's only been in the squad since January. Just shows how amazing he has been. 15 games, 5 goals, 3 assists. He's been superb. Real gem for the future. Pelayo Perez, Cabo on right wing, Pacheco on the left wing, Barkley number 10. Boney is fit again, so he will play today's game. So hopefully he can grab a goal. But yeah, I don't think it can be undermined or understated just what an achievement this has been to qualify for the Champions League in our first season. I'm just speechless. I'm just flabbergasted, which is not a good thing for a YouTube video, but yeah, just unbelievable achievement. Although I am a bit worried that with the lack of transfer funds, being able to invest and strengthen the squad once more, as we've scored. Well, I thought that was offside. That's why I didn't say anything. I thought when he played him in, yeah, it's going over to VAR. I thought he was offside. If we have a look at it again, the replay's on, which suggests it's been given. Wilfred. Oh no, he just about gets himself back on side. Fair play to him. What a finish as well. 2 minutes in, we go 1-0 up. So it's early days yet, but as it stands, we're securing that third spot. Pacheco's 10th goal this season. Assist by Boney. He's played his part. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm a little bit sort of worried that with the lack of transfer funds, being able to invest in the transfer window could hinder us a little bit. I'm definitely going to try and get George and Barkley on loan again next season. However tough that might be, Cabo has a shot. Fairly easy for Simon, I'm guessing that is, rather than Simon. But yeah, so we'll have a little squad review and everything after the game. But yeah, I definitely think try and get George and Barkley on loan again for next season. And we'll go from there, really. See what we've left with after that. Right, a lack of other action means it has gone to half-time. But look at those stats. Edge in possession. We've had 10 shots. They haven't even had 1, which is superb. It is important that we're winning. Madrid are 2-1 up against Valladolid. So We need to maintain this winning position. And I'm going to say to the boys, don't get complacent. A couple of them don't like it, but that's what we need. We just need sensible heads just to see this game out. Try and grab another goal if we can. It's really important that we get a win as well, just because last time we played Bilbao, like I said in that episode, when we played them, is probably the worst we've played, maybe apart from the Sociedad game, but in terms of Bilbao were just so good, they just picked us apart. They finally had a shot, but yeah, so to prove to ourselves that we can play against this calibre of team. I mean, we've lost both games against Barca this season, undefeated against Real Madrid. We took a point off Atletico as well, so we're competing with the top teams, and I think we're justified in where we are. We have been superb. I was a little bit worried coming into the season, but obviously the calibre of the teams in this league isn't brilliant. I think we've been helped by the fact that the likes of Valencia, Celta Vigo, those sort of teams have had really poor seasons in their stance. Sevilla, another one, just in their on their terms, they will have thought they've had a poor season. So we've capitalised, we've done well. And I'm dead proud of what we've achieved, and I cannot wait to get stuck into the Champions League next season. Of course, we've got 15 minutes left of this game before we get there. That Danny Pacheco thing is still up there. I don't know if that's just a bug or something that's happening with me, just my game, I don't really know. But hopefully it doesn't happen every game. Been a very quiet second half, it has to be said. I don't think we've had a highlight, but time is ticking now. We're just over 5 minutes to the end of the game. I'm not going to make any changes. We've looked comfortable. Haven't really been threatened. I say that. I was watching back the last episode against Betis, and I said that, and then they went and scored in the 91st minute or whatever it was. So, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen here. Touch wood. 25 seconds. Bilbao have got it deep in their own half, so hopefully we can just keep the ball down that end of the pitch. They've lumped it forward aimlessly, and we will just retain possession for the last few seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, our first season in La Liga is over, which is sad, but look at what we've done. We have finished third in La Liga, which is an astonishing achievement in and of itself. If we have a look at the league table in all its glories, so Barcelona champions, Atletico third. We're further behind by 7 points. Same points as Real Madrid, but in Spain it's head-to-head rather than goal difference. So because we've got 4 points against them this season, we've literally got identical records as well in terms of games won, drawn and lost. Just obviously goals are slightly different. We conceded less than they did, which is actually really good. But yeah, third is unbelievable. Villarreal, Athletic Bilbao and Alaves getting the Europa League places, so shout out to them. Getafe, Leganés and Tenerife have all gone down. If we have a look, who's coming up? Oh, there's still a few games to be played, but Vallecano have run away with the league. Las Palmas in the driving seat for second place as well, and then Chiquingujon, Deportivo, Córdoba and Huesca, interestingly. So yeah, that's who's going to be joining us in the league next season. I'm guessing we'll be pot 4 for the Champions League draw next year, but we'll address that when it comes to it. But there you go, look at that, just sink in, just let it sink in, that's what I was going to say, drink it in, there we go. If we have a quick look at the squad, they've been a phenomenal squad this year. George, Barkley, I'm definitely going to try and get them on loan again next year, if not signed permanently. Barkley will be very unlikely considering he's worth 26 million. George's value's gone right up, so it'll be difficult to get him back on loan next year, but nevertheless, we will give it a try. So if we have a look, most appearances this season was George. He played every game, I think. 37, he missed one, but he played in the Copa del Rey, so 38 games this season. Then Ramos, and then it's fairly evenly spread. I do like to rotate my teams. Hoyos, no starts, 12 sub appearances. So, yeah. everyone's getting a decent amount of game time, which is nice. In terms of goals, Danny Pacheco is our top scorer. That is something that needs to improve. If we're going to ever sort of challenge for the title or make a real statement, we need a goal scorer. I think, I've said this, I think it might be the deep lying forward. I think that might be why, because both seasons our strikers have struggled. So maybe it's worth having a look at that and changing it. But anyway, Pacheco with 10 goals, Boney with 7, Santos with 5, Sanchez with 5, Kiko with 5. Assists-wise, Juan P has only got 6, but it's fairly spread out. Cabo with 5, Santos, Kiko, George all with 4. In terms of average rating, Pelayo Perez apparently was our best. I would say throughout the season, though, my man has been George. He's been such a good signing. He's been consistent. Look at those stats, so well-rounded. Only 24. He's finally got a Brazil cap as well. But yeah, he's been my favourite player this season without question. Shout-outs to Perez and Sanchez, though. They've been superb this second half of the season. But yeah, I think if any of you want to know any more stats or any league stats or anything like that, then let me know and I can either sort of screenshot those and put them on Twitter or just put them in the comments. But yeah, if that's something you're into or sort of like Premier League, anything like that, do let me know. But I'm going to end this episode here, guys, because it's probably already been fairly long. So yeah, what a season it's been. I think if anything deserves a like, that surely does. So smash that like button as hard as you possibly can, please, guys. Subscribe to the channel for Champions League football with Malaga next year. And I will see you guys in the next one. Adios.